You're listening to Life with Herpes, and this is episode 48. Welcome to today's episode of Life with Herpes. I am your host, Alexandra Harbushka. I'm grateful to be here with you, and I'm grateful to have the opportunity to have herpes so that I can talk about it with you, so that we can live a beautiful life together and get over this shitty stigma that is attached with it. So I'm grateful to be here with you, whatever it is you are doing right now. I am doing it with you. That's kind of cool. I can be like a million places at once, which is pretty awesome. But anyways, no, really and seriously, I'm grateful that you're here. And if you have not had a chance to join our community, what is going on? I can't wait to meet you. Head on over to lifewithherpes.com. Join our community. It is free. So there is no better price than free. And you get a lot of cool stuff. Number one, I don't really feel like I want to, I'm not trying to sell you on this or list things off or anything like that, but it is great. I do have some ebooks, things I wish I would have known when I was first diagnosed, myths about herpes. There is a community. That is really the highlight. There is a community. It is private. It is on Slack. It's a Slack community. It is super duper private, and I see you guys joining all the time. I get little messages, and I love them, and I love chatting with you guys. So thank you for joining. And yeah, so if you want to be super cool, join the community, go to lifewithherpes.com, sign up. Also you get promo codes, pretty awesome, for discounts on some of the offerings that we have for you. So anyways, I can't wait to see you there. Okay, so I want to just talk about something that I heard a lot when I was dating. I overhear it, and I see it being a common pain point or misconception, or just how did this happen? I thought I was doing everything right. And really what it is I hear people say, I just got tested for an STD. I know I'm okay. Or I just got tested for STDs. I know I'm in the clear. And so here's kind of what I want to talk to you about that is a big myth. And it's actually bullshit. So we're educated through sex ed, whenever that started for you, whether it was, I don't know, when they ever did it in your school, whether 5th grade, 9th grade, 10th grade, or they never did it. But we all have heard, get an STD test, get an STD test, get STD tested. So those of us that are responsible and extremely, try to do everything, like I got tested all the time, even though I was in a, whatever your story is, our story is, my story is, whatever method of being tested you felt was important, whether it was monthly, whether it was once a year, whether it was after a partner and before a new partner, whatever your method of being responsible was, and you got tested, kudos to you. That's awesome. And that's very important to get an STD test checked. Here's the problem. The guidelines from the CDC, the Center of Disease Control, don't recommend testing for this virus, for herpes virus. So it's typically not included in a routine STD panel. What does that mean? So here we are, the patient, going, okay, I have a new sexual partner, or I'd like to have a new sexual partner. Let me do my STD check. Let me get my panel done to make sure I'm in the clear. I'm going to do everything, my due diligence on my end before entering into a relationship with this partner. Vice versa, your partner can tell you the same thing. Hey, I just did an STD check. I'm clear. Here's the problem. They're not checking for herpes. Let me say that again. They're not checking for herpes. They're doing chlamydia, gonorrhea. For women, they're doing HPV, which is the human papillomavirus, which is genital warts. They're doing HIV tests. They're doing more bacterial investigations when they go in there with the little swab. And if they're doing a blood test, most likely it is HIV. So unless we specifically ask, may I have a herpes test, it's not going to be given to you. Why? Well, a lot of it is the aftermath. The devastation of knowing or finding out you have herpes is far worse than maybe not knowing, which is really bullshit, because if more people knew they had herpes, then it wouldn't get spread, right? It would stop it. You would then be listening to this podcast. You would be doing your due diligence to prevent passing it to a future partner. You would know if you have it. But the mindset is, well, if it's not bothering them, why should I tell them? Because the mental breakdown is far worse a lot of times than the physical pain. And also, it's not going to show up in your blood results, your blood test, unless you've been exposed to the virus and have had an outbreak. So there you have it. So this is really what I want to get clear is this is something you need to be sure of. Tell your friends, tell your girlfriends, your boyfriends, your whoever it is, your friends. Obviously tell the person you're sleeping with. But hey, when you get an STD check, you need to ask for that herpes test. Here's why. The CDC does not recommend the testing. So the doctors or nurse practitioners or whoever are doing it aren't going to do it. Now, it's not their fault. I'm not blaming anybody. But they're like, well, why would I do an extra test if you're not showing for it? So I see their side of it medically, sort of. But if you are asking, hey, I want the full panel, and you don't list off or say herpes, they're not going to give it to you. So do your due diligence. Let people know. So when people, this is also great for when you're in the, oh my gosh, I don't know, I found out I just have herpes, and do you have herpes? And if your partner goes, well, I had the full STD check before I dated you and I was clear, go back and ask your partner to say, can you go pull those documents up? It's really easy. You can go online now. I mean, I know my documents for Scripps Clinic are online. You can pull them up and check. And were they ever tested for herpes? And that can potentially solve the, I don't know where it came from. Anyways, I just wanted to get that out because that is something I'm hearing a lot. That's something I'm seeing in messaging. People are like, I got tested and all of a sudden now I have it. Well, were you really tested for herpes? And was your partner? Let's go back. Let's open up that book. Let's peel back that onion and go down. Look at your test. Were you ever tested for herpes? Maybe, maybe not. All right, my friends. Thank you for listening. I mean, I'm glad to be here with you. A great way to thank the community and to help promote this podcast so that somebody else like you in this situation that just found out that he or she has herpes is to subscribe, rate, and review. Whether you're on iTunes or YouTube, so you can click to subscribe. I don't know where that is. Or if you are listening in iTunes, you can subscribe, rate, review. You can also leave, an alias name so people don't have to know who you are. If you're like, I don't want to leave a review because I don't want people to know that I have herpes, you can leave a alias name. Make up a name. You could be like Hotcakes 99. I don't know. But anyways, it helps the algorithm to promote this podcast and bring it up to what's hot, what's new, what's going on. And then it'll help people that really need this podcast. It'll help them find it a little bit easier. And also something I have mentioned before, but I am doing a little bit of I want to know you. I want to get to know you. I want to see how I can help this podcast. What type of information do you want? I want to get to know you, how I can help you. So I have some coaching set up. It's 15 minutes. It's free. Awesome. There is information if you are part of the community. You'll get emails about it. If you are not and you're interested, it's in the show notes. Come on over, say hi, let me know. We'll set something up. We'll make it happen. And I don't know, we'll shoot the shit. Anyways, have an awesome rest of your day. Thank you for being here, and I will see you soon.